Hello everyone, my name is Shadow, and I'll be your entertainer this evening. We're going to be playing some Tiny Bookshop today, which is a game where we get this little caravan thing, and we open up a tiny bookshop in it. So, let's hop in and see how this game goes. Oh, now you can see my mouse apparently. Today's the day. Packed up my things, leaving everything else behind for a quiet life by the sea. Tiny Bookshop. I think I missed a bit of text there. Well, we're open. My, what a sight. You must be the new bookseller. Yep. Heard so much about you. Like what? Oh, I know you're planning to sell used books for a good price, and that you're not from the area. And I certainly think that you could use someone to show you the ropes around here. Yeah, probably. I honestly thought we were about to get thrown into it with no tutorial. Welcome to our quaint little town. I'm Tilda. Lovely to meet you. I used to run the local bookstore here before my retirement, so you can trust my advice. Let's see. You should know that us Bookstonians have very particular tastes in books. I, for example, prefer to read about classic and crime novels, and not much else. So why don't I have a look at your selection, and see if I can find something worthwhile. Bravo, you had the right book on hand. Yeah, I had, I think, 3 crime books, since it's 2 and now -1. When a customer finds a book, they'll keep looking for more. Got 3 classic books. Sadly, you didn't have the right book on offer. Oh. So I had 3 classic books, but not the one she wanted. Even though you may have books of the right genre, whether people actually take one home depends on your sale chance. You can check your sale chance at any time by hovering over the genres on the right. Sale chance shows the odds that someone might find a book that they like, because the chance is based on how many books you have in your shop. It will decrease as you run out of books throughout the day. Managing to sell that last book of a genre is the mark of a great bookseller. Okay, bye, Tilda. Not even gonna say goodbye or anything, but okay. Hello. Bill Bryson's been in the news? I trained through Spain, a perfect gift. Good day. Hi there. You're the bookseller, right? I see you already talked to Tilda. Did she know everything about you already? She sort of did. Yeah, she does that. Told me all about the review before I'd even started my job there. Oh, I'm talking about the Buxtonbury review. It's the local paper. Yeah, I sort of write for them. My name's Fern Estrada. Glad to meet you. Good to meet you too, Mr. Fern. Your arrival is kind of the only interesting thing that's happened around here in a while. So you'll have to excuse my nosiness, but it's sort of my job to write about you now. How about you help me out by answering a few of my questions, and I'll give you a free subscription in return. Nice. You might appreciate the events calendar, and people often sell used books in the classifieds. Right. So, for the record, what made you come to Buxtonbury? Wanted an adventure, I guess? Oh, wow. I kind of feel the same way. Hope it works out for you. Okay, and what's your first impression of the town so far? It's definitely windy. People seem friendly, though. Don't worry, it really is. People might be meddlesome, but they only have the best intentions. Thanks so much for the little interview. I really appreciate it. And I promise, you'll have your first copy of the review by morning. I'll have a look at your selection now if you don't mind. See you around? I'm sure I will see you around. Okay, so if I want to say hi or bye to anyone, I just click on them. I can't click on them in the shop, though. So there's no asking about their interests. I'm guessing most of these are just generic NPCs, though. Ciao. Thanks for coming. See ya. Goodbye. And at the end of the day, we close on up. And go somewhere else, I guess. Buxtonbury Review. Filled with articles, events, and items for sale. Thanks, Fern. Reports on the going-ons around town. And you can check the weather. All sunny should be good for us. And keep an eye out for upcoming events. Looks like there's a flea market on Saturday. That should be good for used books. Here you can see the money in your pocket. Only 90 coins? Whatever that is. And all the books you own. Looks like they're running a little low. In the classified section, you can acquire used books to replenish your stocks. Let's give it a try. Just click to buy. Well, this one's free, so... Yeah, that's a bunch of books. That should be good. Also have some other bits and bobs. I can get a cactus. I can't get a cooler, but the cactus is pretty good. Dangerous. Oh dear. Close the newspaper by toggling it off in the item bar. Okay. Oh, we're not gonna completely leave yet, so we can open the newspaper later. Let's give this lonely cactus a new home. This is your item bar. From here you can open the newspaper and customize your bookshop, amongst other things. Click here to customize your shop. Click and drag to place an item in your bookshop. Where would I put a cactus, though? Here? Nice, you got a boost. Heck yeah! Some items can increase your sales chance for certain genres. And sometimes this comes at the expense of another genre. Equipping some items will also increase your daily expenses, so keep that in mind. Ah. I don't want to remove an item. Okay. we can... That's fun. I like the green, though. I guess purple would be good. Purple roof. Once you're satisfied, you can click this to save and return. And we got a book sign. Oh, we got a lot of stuff. Maybe not that purple for the roof. A nice table outside. Cactus on the table. That seems nice. The book sign does kind of blend in. It's fine. Welcome to Buxtonbury. Each day you can pick a location to visit on the map. Going to a location has a travel cost, which is based on your daily expenses as well as parking fees for the location. Waterfront Square. These are the books in your storage. Select a genre. Okay, so I can only stock a certain number of books. Interesting. Okay. And then the one I don't have out is drama, so that can go up here. Anything else I don't? I have one of everything out, so... What do we want on this bottom shelf? We don't have anything that can just fill it up, so if we put out this last travel book, then we can put out the rest of the drama books. Or almost the rest of them. Did you notice you can look around a location? Click and drag to move your view. I did not notice. You can interact with things by clicking on them. Interesting. Bird. Oh no. You okay, bird? You seem okay. Yeah, I tried clicking on things, but it... Nice. Nothing I had clicked on had worked yet. Coastal wildlife of Buxton Bay. Most of the board is taken up with illustrations of the marine animals native to the local bay. You recognize a moon jellyfish with 4 purple circles. You remember seeing a stranded one at the far beach before. Their delicate tentacles are used to catch prey such as plankton, but are harmless to humans. You also see an image of a herring gull in flight. It has a characteristically bright orange spot on its otherwise yellow bill. These scavengers can seem menacing to humans, but they are trying to adjust to the increasing urbanization of their habitats. They're incredibly intelligent. For example, researchers have observed them shoplifting books, presumably using them to nest in. Or maybe they learned to read. Lastly, there's a group of small gray acorn barnacles pictured, shown to look different above and below the water surface. We are aware that the hard bumps often found on rocks and boats are actually the shells of small arthropods. An acorn barnacle's legs poke out from the top once the tide comes in to catch plankton out of the water. Fascinating creatures. It feels like you've gained a whole new appreciation for coastal critters today. How exciting. Seems like the telescope's out of order. Oh dear. Best check back later. That's kind of sad. I wanted to look through it. Well, best we get opened. First customer. Hello. Lovely day for it. Good thing I have a ramp, I guess. I'm not sure my shop is technically accessible. It's a bit small. You do. There you are. I want to commend you on how much you've been livening up this place. I'm sure you'll want to branch out to other places in town now. My friend Mary owns a very successful cafe in the town center. If I call her up and get her to give you a parking space, you could get quite a few visitors. That's a good call. Yes, I know, dear. You can always trust me on these sorts of things. It's decided then. Meet me out by the Café Liberté as soon as you can. Nice. Challenge unlocked. Meet Tilda at the cafe. Seems like she won't accept no for an answer. Oh, and while we're on the topic of showing your face, I heard our dear Walter was quite impressed with your wagon. He's one of the local fishers. Why don't you go over there and introduce yourself? He should be back from his recent catch just now. Okay. Might want to write this down, love. Having an organized diary will come in handy in our business. You know what? I still have quite a few unsold journals left over from my old shop. So here, why don't you take this one? Well, that's awfully nice. Thank you, Tilda. There you go. I hope you make good use of it. Goodbye. I got a journal. Open it at any time to check your progress. Just left click the journal in your item bar. Oh, we're testing it out. Here you can track the genres you've sold the most of, useful for adjusting your selection. Total number of books you sold. Hints and events. Postage stamps. Whoa. Collect these stamps as you're making contributions around town. Also see your progress towards the stamps as well as hints and extra info. Okay, so we've got different stats for each location. And click one of the bookmarks to quickly navigate between different chapters in the journal. On this page, you can see different items and effects currently affecting your shop. Make sure to use this page if you're ever unsure what something does, or when you're trying to create the most optimized bookshelf. I'm particularly curious what danger does. Like, am I gonna get in a lawsuit or something? Hey, what are you doing here? Vern, I was literally here yesterday. So I assumed you'd be at the beach like everyone else. Oh, I'm so sorry. I already forgot that you're new. Just seemed to fit in so easily. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Here, I'll show you how to get to Far Beach, in case you want to drop by there soon. I mean, based on my interaction with this billboard, I thought I knew how to get there. Not really a beach person myself, but I'm sure the crowd there will need some of your reading material. That's nice. Wow, he didn't even find one book that he wanted. Man, so close to selling glass to the classic books. And that's the last day. The end of the day, apparently. Off we go. Looks like some items have been discounted a little. Now might be a good time to buy them. But you could wait longer and risk someone else buying them first. Items in the seasonal section have a much slower turnover, so there's no need to hurry. But be sure to snatch them up before the season ends. Interesting. We definitely want to get the free books. I feel like it would be better to get these cheap books and get 2 boxes of books than to get this one. Those definitely won't be discounted. 5 gold. Well, this might get discounted more. Apparently. Or something like that. I think we should try the cafe. Let's fill in, I think, about the same arrangement. Mostly been selling travel and fact books. So it's probably good to have mostly travel on the bottom. And then we'll fill in the extras as fact instead. I think that's relatively okay. Admittedly, that was a different location, so this could have a entirely different sales arrangement and everything. Let's see. The bookshop can also now be impacted by unexpected sources, such as the weather, visitors, or special states. You can always read up what something does by looking at the tooltips. Hello, madam. There you are. Oh, it's Tilda. Seems like Mariam has her hands full with the cafe again. I'm sure she'll drop by later. Yeah, I have something you might help me with. I'm cleaning out my old shop for months now, selling the small pieces at the flea market. This Saturday, I'm trying to move the more bulky items to the market. Help my old bookseller out, will you? They'd fit well into that little wagon of yours. Just pick them up and bring them with you to the market on Saturday. Okay. I owe you. And I'll make sure there will be lots and lots of customers in it for you. Interesting. Need your help, young'un. Sometimes people will ask for help if they can't find what they're looking for. Click the bubble to help them. They won't wait forever. Listen closely to people's requests and try to pick up on what kind of book they're looking for. Anything I haven't read yet. I only read novels written in prose. Also, I tend to enjoy the classics. Do you have anything like Around the World in 80 Days? Pay attention to how certain parts of the requests are worded. Some things can be optional, while others are really important to your customer. People also leave some of their likes and dislikes unsaid, so make sure to put yourself in their shoes. The requests might also be harder to fulfill than others. You can check the difficulty stars here to gauge how many books in your shelf are a good fit for your customer. Requests usually get more difficult as your stock dwindles throughout the day. Oh wow, we actually have to pick a book. Okay, like Around the World in 80 Days. I don't know if gothic horror is quite there. Maybe sci-fi? Not quite. Classics might be a better choice. Noticeably, all of these seem to be real books. It's not gonna be that, because that's not prose. I don't know much about this one. So I'm tempted to go with Dorian Gray. Perfect recommendation, apparently. I've just found someone's favorite book. They'll buy this one and keep shopping. Customers just became inspired. This happens whenever you successfully recommend a book. It increases the sales chance across all genres for a short while. Oh, wonderful. Though I get the feeling that would have happened no matter what I recommended. As long as it wasn't, like, obviously the wrong book. And she just almost bought out my entire classic section. Oh hey, Fern is here. Need a horror shocker, please. Well, conveniently, the cask of Amontillado is still here. You notice that some books can show up across different genres. This doesn't impact how a customer perceives the book, but you can use it to recommend books in a genre where your customer might not have been looking. And we're out of the classics today. What's up, Fern? What's the latest headline? I'm a huge sci-fi nerd. Could go for a tragic story. Oh, a tragic sci-fi story, huh? Actually, not sure what we have left in all of that. Sci-fi and tragic. I mean, we can definitely get sci-fi or tragic. Probably do this one, I think. Oh. Apparently that was it. I'm honestly kind of surprised that we have... Yes, that section is empty. I don't know if I can fill it right now. What was I saying? Ah, the cheap one is gone. Probably get this hanging plant now, though. Don't know about the buoy. And if it does boosts, we may as well. Hi Cal, thanks for the lurk. Hope you enjoy. Found a character entry. Quest to fulfill. Pick up all of Tilda's items at the cafe. Okay, so we do need to go to the cafe. Ah, that was the wrong button. Let's refill all this. And it's probably fine if there's a few extra crime books. Classics mostly sold out yesterday because Tilda bought all of them. Crime, travel, and classics sold best. So travel we still have a pretty decent amount of. Could put out crime instead of fact down here. And then put a few more classics up here. Now let's put one more fact out. Then before we open, I'm just going to look around and see if I can find Tilda's stuff. There it is. And tomorrow for the flea market, we just have to equip her stuff. Which is already equipped for some reason. Not sure I like just having her junk there, but probably can't get rid of it till we give her stuff for the market. What's up, Vern? Anything hot off the press. Needs to be science fiction. Really enjoyed Anthem. Don't know what Anthem is. But I can find science fiction. And I can find recently published. That's sci-fi, and that's relatively recently published. Really not selling much of kids' books, to be honest. It's not sci-fi, so not that one. Ern, why do you have to be challenging? This one honestly might be the best option. It's sci-fi and it's relatively recent. And I don't know what Anathem is. He's happy with it though. Seem to be doing alright. Good afternoon. Oh dear, you know you don't have to bring those boxes with you everywhere, don't you? It's perfectly fine to leave them in storage until Saturday. I only need them at the flea market. Well, I just picked them up and they decided they were going to be here, so you know. Thank you for being so considerate. I appreciate the gesture. Ah, you must be that person Tilda told me about. I see a small collection of classic books here. Good. I am Mariam Devoir. Welcome to my cafe, The Liberty. You should know, it's been family-owned for about 200 years now. Throughout the years, The Liberty has hosted our history's greatest minds. From writers to revolutionaries, they all met right here. But surely you have done your own research into this town already. Either way, I have to get back to my customers. Goodbye. Finally have some time to read. I could really use something with a political message. Also, I like a thrilling story. It's a shame I don't have The Handmaid's Tale again. Oh, I do have that again. Doesn't have a specific genre in mind, it doesn't seem. It looks like you've managed to surprise them with an unexpected pick. They'll try this one and keep shopping. What's up? What do you have for me today? I'm looking for a fresh whodunit, and I'm looking for a crime novel. Can't get enough of The Hidden Staircase. Why are you looking... Oh. Oh, I can look at what the books they mention are. Gotcha. Murder on the Orient Express is kind of a classic. Basically, everyone's copied it. I think this Death on the Nile one is probably... Which, I mean, if you look at it, everyone has a motive, but who's cold-blooded enough to be the killer? It's literally the same freaking concept as the Murder on the Orient Express sort of thing. Someone dies, there's a whole bunch of people who are probably the murderer and have the motive and the means. And this one detective has to figure it out. The fact that they're both Agatha Christie, apparently. Okay, it's a little less copying when you're copying yourself, but still. Plus 10 daily expense. And we sold the last of our classics. No free books today? Oh, a coffee maker. Ooh. I probably have plenty of books to restock for today if I want to save up for a minute. Oh, I haven't been reading the newspaper, come to think of it. Tomorrow's the flea market. Former bookshop cleared out after Sunkulin's retirement. Many of our readers will have fond memories of the Bakundal and Antiquariat at 4 Cyril Plaza, where Tilda Sunkulin's doors were always open to comfort you with a perfect book. And while the 76-year-old has been happily retired for a few years now, it still feels like the end of an era to see these doors come to their final close. And Buxtonbury's new mobile bookshop follow in her impressive footsteps. And what will happen to this prime spot in Cyril Plaza? Wow, they weren't kidding about things being more expensive. Yeah, let's put that in storage. If I don't have to have that there, I don't want that there. Distracting and large. No, thank you. Anyways. think let's go back to the waterfront square for now. They seriously cleared out the classics. For waterfront, they usually do travel and fact books. So put out more of the fact books down here instead. Oh, yeah, we never came and talked to Walter. Oh, there, kiddo. How's it going? The acquaintance of Walt the Sailor. Looks like you got a good sturdy vessel there. Got some old items lying around, which I thought you might like. See if any of it's to your liking. Not now. Friends tell me you've got some decent cargo on board, too. Been especially enjoying your travel and classics novels. Guess I have to be careful, or I might be outsold by a year. Why don't we make a bet? If you can make 20 sales to my buddies, I'll admit defeat. Oh boy. Looking forward to a little competition, kiddo. Good luck. Well, I'm sure I'll make those sales over time eventually. Especially since you didn't set a time frame on that bet. What up, dude? Retirement is the best. I'm looking for a new hobby, and I usually go for 21st century publications. A new hobby, huh? You want the 21st century. You're probably looking for like a cookbook. And that's definitely the 21st century. Try it. I would really like that coffee maker. Especially since it said I could sell coffee. Ah, dear. Hello, dear. I can't help but think back to my youth whenever I look at you. I'm sure you haven't had time to spare even a thought on retirement, but let me tell you one thing. Make sure you have some very good friends and as many things to do as possible, or you will be bored. I myself volunteer for the town council, where we organize events and community outreach. I read and game, and even attend the occasional concert or exhibition. And still, nothing compares to the hustle and bustle of a bookshop. It is also tiring, yes, and I knew I couldn't go on doing it forever. But as soon as it was gone, my life became too quiet. Which is why I like to have your fetching little shop around. And let me find another pastime in your shelves. So basically, she's just using me as her retirement buddy. Let's see. Knights, Romans, Vikings. I want to see some history. I'm more of a casual reader, and fact books are my usual go-tos. Let's see. Historic life could be interesting for her. She seems more interested in... Well, this could be interesting for her. Seems more interested in, like, the, battle side of things, though. Definitely not that one for her. Historical novel set in the Middle Ages by certified goth nerd Mary Shelley, mirroring the struggles of women in Shelley's time. Probably not. I honestly feel like she might enjoy this one. It might not be what she's necessarily looking for, but I think she might enjoy it. Seems a bit heavy. Didn't find the right thing for this person. Whoops. What's up, Tilda? Anything I haven't read yet in the classics? Don't shy away from handing me a sophisticated work. You're literally just looking for any of the classics, basically. She's probably read Dracula. Study in Scarlet is kind of a common one. Valpurga's not one I've read before, so I'd guess maybe this one? Yeah, she seems good with that one. Hey, Fern. Hey, I'll just pick out a new book if that's okay. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Let's hope the nice weather holds up until Saturday. Everyone's counting on it for the flea market. Yeah, that's fair. Don't want to have a flea market in the rain. Not gonna sell out of anything today, it seems. And we don't have quite enough for the coffee yet. But we're getting awfully close. We're gonna be short on classics and travels books if we don't buy a box. We can definitely afford to put it off for a day, though. So we'll probably sell at least a decent amount at the flea market. Let's see, what do we got? Iconic Cafe celebrates 200 years. City awards owner with a touching tribute. Family-owned coffee shop has thanked customers and staff in a small anniversary celebration this week. Cafe Liberté, a mainstay of our town center, has been serving the city for 200 years since its foundation in the early 1800s. It quickly became one of the city's most iconic spots, drawing in creatives and revolutionaries alike. Attending city officials and prominent townsfolk commend owner Miriam Debois for efforts in preserving Buxtonbury's history with touching speeches. By Fern Estrada. Bay cluttered by buoys. Oh no. And today is the flea market. Get ready to haggle. Oh dear. And we also need to make sure we bring this. Us. We can at least have our cactus in the window, even if we can't have our table. Oh, that's expensive. I haven't sold much drama or kids anywhere. Fantasy seems to be the one that has the most overlap for anything. At least when we're looking for, like, requests. We'll take those with us. Hey, you seem like the bookish type. Can't seem to get rid of this thing. Do you want it? A typewriter? Heck yeah. In good condition and all, I don't know, it just seems cursed. Heck yeah. Free stuff. Bonjour. yellow and some paintings. Oh. Tarnished copper. Tempting, but I don't think so. I think I'm good with my current colors. Feel free to touch the artwork. It's an experience. I feel like that shouldn't be an experience.
Yay.
Oh my gosh, you're the bookshop owner. I love your wagon so much. It's so cute. I'm Anne. It's so nice to meet you.
Wow.
Welcome to the flea market. Wow, it looks like you're swarmed with customers. I'm not even open yet. I hope you still had time to look around, though. Do you like some plants for your shop? I feel like they'd fit so well with your vibe. Sunflowers? Sunflower. Oh, there's sort of sunflowers. Not now. Lovely, thanks for stopping by. Would have liked one of these little baskets with all sunflowers. Stamp collection. You got to know one of Buxtonbury's most beautiful community hubs. Now I just need Tilda to come take her stuff. Hello. Hello, welcome to the bookstore. Hey, Tilda. Hello, sir. Good to see you found our little flea market. Oh my, thank you kindly for your help, dear. I can finally get rid of this clutter now. And I don't even get to keep my table out. I'll set up my little stand over by the old cannon then. Come by if you want to have a look at what's in those boxes. Could even be useful for you. By the old cannon. Oh, what? Look at this dope little shop. Hi, mate. I've read about you in the paper. Such a cool place you've got here. My name's Klaus. Oh, look, I work at the Mega Marcia at the moment. Have you been there? Has an awfully big car park. I'm sure no one would mind if you made a stop there from time to time. Cool. How are you? Having a good summer? Yeah, it's chill. Cool, yeah, mine too. You had some time to check around the local music scene? I mean, it's not huge, but we've got some cool bands here and there. Like, I'm in a metal band. Don't know if you're into that sort of thing, but called the Silence Libre. Alright, I'll check out your books now, but I'll see you later, okay? Adios. And I almost ran out of time on a help situation. Romance is a must-have. Something classic. And I like historical settings. Couldn't find anything at the library. I mean, classic, historical, romance. There you go. Book, please. What you got? Something with real life. Even at my age, I still enjoy a good kid's book. Can't get enough of dinosaurs and other prehistoric life. So you want a kid's book with dinosaurs. Or not necessarily with dinosaurs, but like real life related stuff. This could be interesting. There you go. Newtonian physics for babies. Wow, my shop is gonna run out fast. Wonder if I can get another shelf. I probably can. I want a book that was written by a woman, and I tend to enjoy the classics. However, I'm not usually a casual reader. Well, we're out of classics themselves. That could do. That not necessarily a classic though, I don't think. Virginia Woolf might be considered classic. Definitely not. No. 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 Honestly, this might be our best option for her. Yeah, maybe one of these dramas. Oh, yeah, Agatha Christie, that's... not that old, though. Oh, that's not a classic, is it? Yeah, Agatha Christie's probably our best option for her. There she goes. I do kind of wonder where they pull all of the book titles and stuff from. So that would be exhausting to write out by hand. Alright, so we've got the 200. We could technically get this, but... I don't think we would have enough for anything else at that point. And we absolutely need... We need to buy more books. And that's just drama books, of course it is. Okay, we got some fact books out of that one, that's good. we need is classics and crime at this point. But I think we're relatively okay now. Equipped an item that you can activate. Check it out in your item bar and give it a try once you've set up shop. Oh. Interesting. I guess let's check out the Mega Marsha. Oh, that's kind of fun. Normally be classics that go next to that, but we don't have any more of those, so I guess we'll put out more dramas. See how this goes. Why is there a sheep? It's just sheep. And a birdhouse. I just stole a birdhouse. Why did I steal a birdhouse? You have an item that you can activate. Check your item bar and give it a try. Blank page, huh? Looks nice and pristine like that. Probably shouldn't write on it just yet. Yeah, it's better left empty rather than writing just anything. I'll come back with some ideas tomorrow. What? Okay. Good morning. Welcome to the shop. Hope you find what you're looking for. We don't have any classics. Hey mate, nice to see you again. Mind if I hang around a bit? I need to do some writing. You know how I told you about my band? Yeah, well, I wanted to work on a concept album while our bassist is away. It hasn't been going super well. I even took some time off work to focus better, but just absolutely out of ideas here. Like, it's been weeks and I've got nothing. Starting to get a bit stressed, to be honest with you. I don't want to disappoint everyone. Got any ideas for me, mate? Song about heartbreak or getting drunk. I guess heartbreak? Nah, mate. Romance isn't really my thing. I wouldn't know anything about that. I want more of a prog rock thing going on. Like, the whole album needs to tell a story. Oh. Sure. Well, I'll have another think about it, alright? Peace out. Dude likes dinosaurs. Interesting. Hello. I'll pick up my kid in a bit. I'm looking for a fresh kid's book. No dry or dull reading, though. I mean, that's not much to go on. Ooh, Inkheart. I loved that when I was a kid. Honestly, Inkheart still holds up as an adult. At least in the concept. Doodles. See ya, dude. What's up? What a week. Please no dry or dull reading, and don't give me an outdated book. Needs to be suitable for a 10-year-old. Okay, so this is where all the kids' books people are. How about this one? Apparently she likes it. Another Dan Brown for my collection. Talking to the bookseller right now, I don't... Who are you talking to? I want to read a horror story, however, gore tends to make me feel a bit queasy. Can't get enough of the house with a clock in its walls. Okay. Well, I seem to be out of drama. This could do. Flowers for Algernon. That sounds kind of like a psychological thriller. That might be the only one that really works. Yeah, I didn't really have a lot that counted. I guess we're done for the day, though. I've got to get this one. Nice, we finally got some classics back. good on kids. Biographies is probably fact. Might have some classics in it. And this is probably going to be an arrangement, so that's probably better for us. Let's see, lighthouse might rouse fright. Haunted building comes with a view and resident ghosts. Since the full automation of lighthouses during the 1960s, the Buxton Bay Lighthouse is no longer inhabited. Many passers-by in the following decades have reported signs of paranormal activity. Me and the mates were there yesterday, and we found a footprint near the lighthouse. And there was a bloody bang at the door. Gave me a proper fright, it did, says local fisherman's grandson. Reclusive lighthouse keeper Gareth Ellis has declined to comment on the sinister happenings. Interesting. Little birdhouse. Cute. Where do we want to go today? We had a lot of people looking for kids' books up here. Could put out a bunch of those. Didn't have anything going on today? No. Been to the far beach yet. I do still want to save up for that coffee maker. Let's go for Mega Marsh. We'll do a whole line of kids' books. Get rid of that one. Check the journal. Crime, kids, and drama. That should be a relatively good layout. We don't have any classics out. There we go. Oh, there's more bikes today. Alrighty, here we go. Come on, now you're thinking thoughts, let them out. Bees. Bees, I like bees. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Bees are so smart, they can tell the time. Hey, that's something, a book about bees then. Sure, I can work with that, keep typing. Interesting. Hello, welcome to the bookshop. It's nice that this place is letting us just kind of park out here. Hello, what you looking for? Want to read a horror story? Dry books can be a bit boring though. Do you have anything like The Outsider? The terrifying outsider stalks Flint City committing heinous crimes. Interesting. Well, I have the outsider. So I'm guessing she probably wants a murder mystery. I could try giving her the outsider, but the surgeon might be a better suggestion. It sounds like she's already read The Outsider. Let's try this one. Okay then. That's a lot of drama books going. Hey there, still on the lookout for album inspo? You don't happen to have a book that could help me out, do you? Tend to read lesser known works. Historical settings appeal to me. Really enjoyed The Stones of Venice. Got anything? Stones of Venice. I have another architecture option. Yeah, he seems interested. Hells yeah. Architecture in Britain seems dope. Thanks, mate. This is a massive help. I'll be back here soon. Oh, we might be able to get our coffee maker. Assuming we don't need more books. So we're definitely over 200. But we need enough money to park as well. We look okay for books. Buxtonbury's love of books. New Tiny Bookshop sparks passionate discussions. Mere days after their arrival on the scene, the mobile seller has Buxtonbury's literature scene abuzz. But what makes for a pleasant browsing experience? According to Tilda Sunkeland, former bookstore owner, the secret lies in the selection. The more books that match a customer's tastes, the higher the chances they'll find what they're looking for. For those readers who might not yet know what to look for, the review recommends seeking the assistance of your local bookseller. I'm gonna buy it. Now the question is, if I go and equip it, it now costs 8 to get to the waterfront square. So I can't afford to buy that box of books. What happens if I buy the box of books and then I can't afford to go anywhere? Do I just, like, take the day off or something? I'm honestly fine on books, so let's just go. And in this area, like travel, fact, and classic. So got travel, fact, and classic out. Let's put more fact down here. There we go. That should be okay for here. Excuse me. Oh, hello, Tilda. Ah, yes, I heard you made the acquaintance of my Maddie. She has a great sense for business, much more than I've ever had. It runs in the Devoir family, you know. The Liberté has been with them for 2 centuries, and Mariam has always managed to stay on top of those decades of paperwork, while still working out in front with the customers. It's quite the incredible feat, although she has enough employees that she would do well to rely on a little more. But I think she has a hard time letting go of the reins, so to speak. Refuses to speak of retirement at all. But who am I to tell her what to do? I gave up on that years ago. Alright, listen up. I've got the perfect chapter idea for the book. Swarm intelligence. Are bees actually aliens? What do you mean that's misleading and unscientific? Wow, you're being pretty bossy, you know? But alright, I guess I'll revise by tomorrow. Honestly, that could be good for, like, a fantasy book. A little help? Sure. Hi, you're the highlight of my route. I'm looking for inspiration for the kitchen. Dry books can be a bit boring, though. Kitchen Rules for Your Family and You is one of my all-time favorites. So you're looking for some sort of cookbook type of thing. Which we have that book. Cooking tips to family bonding. So it is about cooking. A comic book with recipes. That sounds interesting. Yeah, he seems happy with it. Hey, good to see you out here again. Dropped in today hoping to find a new book. I'm nearing the end of a 10-part series I really like. It's, never mind. It's embarrassing. Anyway, I could use some advice on what to read next. You're in here like every day, and you just finished a 10-part series? From yesterday? Goodness, dude. Hello, I'm here on research. It needs to be science fiction. I'd love to read something classic, and I tend to read lesser known works. I mean, that's sort of sci-fi? Not really. It's got sci-fi themes. Not sci-fi. I am realizing there's a lot of things classified as kids' books that I would not have thought of as kids' books. Not exactly classic. But not sure if I have anything. I guess I'll try this one for him. I don't think it's right. No? He likes it. Interesting. I was looking to broaden my horizons, so thanks. But how about you? Are you an avid reader? Every now and then. I see. I guess being surrounded by books every day can dull their shine. I'll take another look at your shelves now then. Talk to you later. Oh, seems like I have to keep turning on the coffee machine. Gotcha. Okay, so the coffee machine runs for a certain amount of time and then it has a cooldown. Makes sense. Wouldn't mind reading another travel guide. Wouldn't mind learning about a new hobby. Okay. This might be the best one for that, because it's sort of a travel guide, and it's talking about recipes and stuff. Yep. Apparently that was it. I think this might be our last customer. It's also our last cup of coffee. This can be our cup of coffee. That's okay. Made one last cup of coffee for ourselves. Oh. And this got cheaper too. Nice. Let's grab those while we're at it. As well. An update from our local bookseller. Yesterday at the Waterfront Square, our local bookseller sold crime books, fact books, fantasy books, classic books, and travel books. 15 in total. For a total of negative 160 coins after expensive. Look, that's just because I bought a coffee machine, okay? Can't believe they're outing me like this. For buying a coffee machine. Go check out the beach. I haven't been there yet. Also means I don't have any data. That should be a decent assortment. Hey, we can see the lighthouse from this side now. Oh. Pretty sure it's made of plastic. Burp. Burp. Whoops. Chasing a bird. Accidentally do a crime. Hello, welcome to my bookshop. You look like a named NPC. You sure are. Excuse me, could I get a book, please? I usually prefer non-fiction. If there's animals, that's a plus, and I wouldn't mind something niche. Yep, I already finished the last one. Non-fiction with animals, huh? I mean, this one literally says niche. And it's non-fiction, but I'm not seeing anything about animals. Math. Architecture. Kitchen stuff. Those are all fiction. If there's animals, that's a plus. I don't think I have one with animals at the moment, despite it being the very beginning of the day. Encyclopedias definitely aren't niche. And none of those seem to fit. So maybe one with niche in the name? Yeah, she seems happy with it. Historical niche sounds interesting. I'll check it out. Thanks for letting me read here, by the way. My name's Harper. Gonna be back soon, okay? Bye. Thanks for visiting, kid. Pip, pip. That's cute. Welcome in, madam. Oh, you're also named. Ahoy! Welcome to Buxtonbury's famous beach. Oh, were you the lady at the flea market with the flowers? Nice to have you here. Such a great spot, don't you think? I've already seen some people with your crime and fantasy titles in hands. Oh, by the way, I have a fun/sad plant fact for you. As the whole photosynthesis thing, we tend to put our plants outside, which can be very nice. They might love that. But also, when you put some houseplants in direct sunlight, they can get sunburn, just like you. Watch out for any brown spots, yeah? I'll see you later. Didn't even want a book. Just stopping in to say hi. Oh, right, coffee. Now, dear reader, you know everything there is to know about bees. And we'll never have to read about them again. Pretty interesting, right? Didn't even know I had so many bee facts memorized, but here they are. Go on, take it, your very first manuscript. The bees. Bound to be a #1 fact book. Oh no, what's this? With one final clack of the keys, the typewriter fell silent. Oh no. My only option was to write a fact book about bees? man. Hello, sir. How can I help you? Just can't leave without another fantasy novel, but I don't want anything pretentious. I really enjoyed The Never-Ending Story. Okay. Mind bending might be pretentious. Sea of Monsters is pretty good. It's just... well, this is the second book in the series. I would recommend it. Yep, he's into it. That works. Kids will love Death Note. You'd maybe read it yourself first? That's the problem these days. The adults aren't reading the books before they give them to their kids. What's up, dude? What are you looking for? Science fiction. Let's see what we got. Oh, that could be. Thousands of views for now, that could also count. Treasure Island, that's pretty sci-fi. I don't know if that would count as taking itself too seriously. Oh, it's Treasure Island, not Treasure Planet. Right. I don't think it'll be down there. This is probably what we need to recommend here. Yep, he likes it. And we gotta make sure they get their coffee. All these caffeinated book readers. Oh, we're out of fantasy books. Heck yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily a great thing because it means if anyone came in, they wouldn't be able to buy a fantasy book, but we're also at the end of the day. So we're good. Complete Fire and Coal series. Which I could buy for 45 coins or 40 coins. Interesting. An update from our local bookseller today. And apparently we were at a loss again. Not as much as the day before. Meteor showers expected tonight. Exciting. To be fair, we did go somewhere a bit more expensive. Oh, I forgot about the skull. Let's just put the skull inside. Because why not? Let's see our stats here. Drama, crime, and kids. Oh, we've got no fantasy books up. Gotta have a few of them. Yeah, that should be okay. I like that I can do that with the birds. They are silly birds. But it's also cute. Hello, sir. Welcome in. Going for crime, I see. Something with historical setting is a must, but I don't think I'll ever outgrow children's literature. Probably this one then. That's like, what, World War II-ish? Really? Huh. Well, not too much of a loss. In a bit of a hurry, it needs to be suitable for an 8-year-old, but no romance. Anything like the Sea of Monsters. Wrinkle in Time might be good. Also, Sea of Monsters definitely has a bit of romance. Like Percy and Annabeth. Just saying. Sure, it doesn't get intense until the later books, but still. Can only commit to something with less than 200 pages. Not interested in fact books. Flower Fables. Okay. Let's give you this one, so then you have the other 4 of this series that you can look into. Yo, really glad you rented this parking spot here, you know? It's cool to have someone to hang out with during breaks. Speaking of, you know who else is super happy that you rented here? My boss, Cassie. She says we've been getting more customers since you set up shop. Which is why she wants me to invite you to come on Monday. Oh. Okay, sure. We always have this thing called Mega Savings Day. There's loads of discounts to rope in more customers. I mean, it's quite stressful for me and the gang here, but for you, should be pretty lucrative, eh? Oh, I kept forgetting to make coffee. Heck. Well, at least he got some coffee. And that's probably the end of the day. Well, at least someone got some coffee. Ooh, cheap books. Heck yeah. And it's just an update of our books. Or our bookshop. Well, with that, we are actually out of time for today. So, gonna have to call it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you'd like to see any previous episodes of anything that I've played, it is all uploaded on my YouTube channel at Shadow Roanoke VT. And if you'd like to see any future playthroughs of this game, it will be live on twitch.tv/Shadow Roanoke VT. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time.